The day started slow due to 29-degree temperatures. We finally managed to get out of camp by 10:30 a.m. The elevation was about 4,500 feet, and the route started climbing immediately.
What are we doing?
This is Trinity Lakes and Lookout.
It's experts only?
Only at the very last, and we can decide. We'll get to the campground first.
We decided to take the expert route to Trinity Lookout. It was full of loose rocks with big consequences off the side. We took our time and tried to pick good lines, but mostly we just held on tight and hoped the bikes could handle it. With only a few tip-overs, we made it near the top and walked the last 100 feet. We were very glad we did. The Lookout is the tallest drivable point in Idaho at 9,500 feet. We met a guy named Alan that worked for the Forest Service and stays in the Lookout to watch for fire. We were now even further behind, and we were already planning to have a big mileage day. As we passed through Trinity Lakes, we made some good time. Then we came to a stopped Forest Service truck. They told us there had been an accident and to wait there for our safety. Keith and Drew informed them that they were a paramedic and EMT. They jumped right in to help. The Forest Service crew had called in a helicopter, and so Drew and Keith began assessing and stabilizing. When the helicopter arrived, they thanked us and took a statement. The whole ordeal took over an hour, and it was getting late in the afternoon. We still had over 150 miles to go to get to Yellow Pine. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't shaken from seeing what can go wrong on these rides. We put in some miles with no problems. Just before Loman, there was a sign that said our route was closed. But the dates were old, and we reasoned that if they were still in effect, we would have seen a note on the BDR website. It would have mentioned something on the BDR website.
I gotta believe so too. And the fact that that thing's still up, I almost hit that big rock on the right.
Yeah.
The section was winding and fun. We came out onto a ridgeline with an amazing view of the Valley of Loman. My steering felt odd for most of the day after I dropped my bike on the expert section.
More rocks? Should we loosen this one?
I was very uneasy coming down the draw because it was a sheer drop off to the side. We stopped in Loman to get gas, and I noticed the nut on my steering had come loose.
Yep.
I borrowed a wrench from a nearby handyman with a toolbox in his truck and tightened it down. It instantly felt better. We stopped for dinner and debated how far we should try to go. Keith knew of a campground 10 miles up the road. After our bellies were full, we rode to the campground. Deadwood was 40 miles away, and the air was warm enough to do some night riding.
That's a little farther, 40 miles.
Yeah. So we'll stop at my campsite and see how we feel, okay?
So we forged ahead as the sun dipped below the mountains. Riding at night was an experience to be sure. After a mostly uneventful ride from Deadwood, we found a campground at about 9:45. It was not the day we expected to have, but it felt like a day of several victories.
One, two, three.
Good, everything's good. Kick that